Okay, here we go.
Hi, my name is Heidi Baumann, and for my narrative speech, I will be presenting a story about one of my many traveling adventures, and this particular one happens to take place in Paris. The story begins with a grueling overnight 6-hour bus ride that departed in Sevilla, Spain, and headed to the Madrid airport. I was with my good friend, and we were going on a 4-day trip to Paris, which I had wanted to do for so long. After almost missing our plane and sleeping the entire flight, we safely arrived in Paris that same morning. When I landed, I was so excited, however, the rainy, cold weather and the hour-long bus ride into the city was a little disappointing. The bus ride felt long because I wanted to just get there. The scenery was pretty along the way, very much like Wisconsin. I slept a little to get some energy for the day and woke up as soon as we got into the city. The first glimpse of the Eiffel Tower was amazing and it took my breath away. I saw it from a distance with the old, beautiful apartments surrounding the area. I couldn't believe my eyes that I was actually in Paris. I was stunned at the beauty around me. I could not wait to see it up close, however, unfortunately, I had to wait until the end of the trip to visit the Eiffel Tower since our schedule was very packed. I knew that I couldn't let the impatience get to me since the first few days would just be wonderful traveling around other parts of the city. My friend and I took the metro into the city center and wandered the streets trying to find our apartment. We passed the famous Hotel de Ville, an ice skating rink, and a modern museum with sculptures. However, the crepe stand is what actually got my attention. The Nutella crepe that I ordered was the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life, honest to God. I was in heaven with all of the bakeries, crepe stands, and restaurants at every corner. After exploring, we finally found our apartment, which was this quaint little apartment with a tiny kitchen, nice couch, and upstairs with a bedroom and bathroom, all decorated Parisian style. Now with our backpacks in the apartment, once again, we wanted to investigate more. My friend and I walked across the Seine River and found our way to Notre Dame. After marveling at this gigantic building, I wanted to get lost. Honestly, I just wanted to hop on the metro and go to the Eiffel Tower, but I had to behave and have fun with the anticipation. By getting lost, I always seemed to find the most interesting places, and we actually ended up discovering a small, charming restaurant with only us inside. On the walk back, we stopped at several French boutiques and a chocolate store, which were outrageously expensive, and headed to the apartment for the night. The next morning was gray and rainy, perfect for a day at the Louvre. We saw sculptures, Napoleon's apartment, royal crowns, and of course the grand masterpieces of Leonardo da Vinci, El Greco, and Géricault, and many others. The Da Vinci's Mona Lisa was spectacular and was something I had wanted to see for a very long time. It was smaller than I thought, but it actually gave me goosebumps. As you could imagine, the entire day was spent at the Louvre. After visiting the museum, we walked through the gardens and sculptures nearby. My friend and I found a secluded area with 2 chairs that had the best view of the Eiffel Tower at sunset. It was a wonderful moment seeing the sky turn from blue to a dark blue and yellow, and the Eiffel Tower was perfectly center in the horizon. We stayed for a while and then walked towards the river across from the Arc de Triomphe as we watched the sky go from the yellow to bluish-pink color. It was a breathtaking sight and I choked up a little bit. My dream was right there in front of me and with great company. As the sun set, we walked towards Saint-Germain and Latin Quarter area and wandered the streets. We stopped at several side vendors and had the most delicious ham and cheese crepe, and literally 10 minutes later, we had to stop at another stand. I could not get enough of them, and I went to bed in a crepe coma. Finally, the Eiffel Tower day arrived. After the past few days of patiently waiting, at last I would be able to touch the Eiffel Tower. As soon as I got off the metro and walked outside, I saw the tower up close and it took my breath away. I was ecstatic and it felt so surreal. Nothing could even compare itself to the Eiffel Tower. That was when I realized my dream of traveling to Paris was not just a dream anymore. Standing directly under the brilliant metal architecture was magical, and that moment affected my life in more than one way. I learned that all wonderful moments come when you patiently wait for them. I am glad I did this because the anticipation builds up excitement. Therefore, the moment under the Eiffel Tower was more remarkable than I thought it would be. I also learned that I love seeing and exploring the wonders of the world, and I must continue my dreams of traveling. Thank you.